Going down, everybody. It's your boy, That Guy Mile High. Tune back in for another reaction. And this time we got top 10 barbaric medical practices. I was gonna say procedures. I guess it's the same thing. Medical procedures, practices that doctors actually performed, bro. Yeah, let's just jump into this. I don't even want to waste no time. So let's just record the screen. Let's hit that full screen and let's jump into this because this is about to be nuts, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be nuts. I'm sure there's about to be some crazy that shit. We're about to be sideways, looking sideways. You know what I'm saying? Sideways. You know? Anyway, let's go.
We should all be thankful for modern medicine because back in the day, some of the medical practices doctors performed were quite sketchy and definitely not safe at all.
Yeah, and you know, we know that that's real because when we've all seen like some of those crazy medieval movies or read crazy or seen like books or read some stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We've all seen some crazy stuff like from the past, and they did some very, very barbaric things to punish people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, crazy things that like today you'd be like, you know, you'd be looked sideways upon, like, yeah, you know. Anyways.
Poop made from poop to removing healthy organs. Let's talk
Shout
about
out
this.
to Lindsay too for doing these
video.
videos. You know what I'm saying? For us to have some great content to react to.
Dr. Henry
removing organs. I mean, that's like some black market shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Removing organs and shit. Yeah, but that would be like, I mean, I guess we got to hear all the context. So I'm like, wait, like, we still remove organs to this day, like when needed. You know what I'm saying? Like there are times in certain situations when like removing an organ is like necessary. So, but anyway, let's listen to what the context is around why they're removing these organs.
Health problems were caused by infections within the body. So he thought that by removing organs, it could remove any mental health problems. He would have patients' teeth, tonsils, gallbladders, stomachs, spleens, testicles, or colons removed. And figured
wait, this was to fix mental health? You're removing organs to try to fix someone's mental health? That is nuts.
Would cure them, which, I mean, as you could guess, it didn't really work.
Right.
Exaggerated the success rate. In our 9th spot today, we have obsidian blades.
That's nuts.
Fun fact, but back in the day, obsidian blades were used during procedures.
What
obsidian blades are at least 100 times sharper than stainless steel surgical scalpels.
What?
The only problem is that it could break or shatter into pieces and then get into the wound and cause a series of problems. But apparently
that
cuts
would
made from them
suck. That would suck to sit there and like be using something like oh my god, that would suck.
They heal more rapidly with less scarring, so that's a plus. But it is not FDA approved in the US. A number of small surgeons in other countries do use these blades.
What is it? Like, I'm trying to like, what is, if you guys know exactly what that like material is, let me know down in the comments below.
Have bariatric surgery, otherwise known as the lobotomy of the stomach, which just sounds gross. This is a form of weight loss surgery, and it's still done today. You might know it better.
Oh yeah, like the lap band. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say.
There are multiple methods that can be done to help individuals lose weight. The first being a band placed onto the stomach
band
to
or
basically
whatever.
Shrink the size of the stomach so you're less hungry and you get full quicker. Or parts of the patient's stomach is actually removed. Although it's FDA approved, a number of people have had serious health complications following this procedure. And probably hundreds of years from now, scientists will analyze our modern medical practice and be like, what on earth did they do? They tied off someone's stomach? How wild. Moving on to number 7, we have insulin shock therapy. This was a form of psychiatric treatment used from the 1930s.
Insulin shock therapy? So you like just overloading somebody's body with like insulin to like put them into shock or something? Like, hold on. That's
around the 1950s. It involved repeatedly giving patients large doses of insulin. This would end up giving them daily comas over the course of several.
I was just about to say, you like get like that, like, bruh, that's why being a diabetic is so crazy or whatever. And then there's like I don't remember what the other version of is when you like have too much insulin, but like, yeah, like when your insulin, you know, levels are out of whack and shit, like it's dangerous either direction, whether it's too little or too much. That's nuts.
It was thought that this treatment could cure schizophrenia, but by the 1950s, it
became
less popular as a doctor claimed that the treatment had no effect on schizophrenia at all. Instead, it could cause irreversible brain damage.
Yeah, right.
In our 6th spot, we have trepanning. This was another wild treatment that was said to treat mental health issues or even migraines. It's said to be one of the oldest forms of surgery.
What is, like, you know, the weirdest thing and like the thing that I'm like seeing as a theme is like, they went about some really crazy extreme approaches to like try to cure mental health. Like, man, you just need to talk to a motherfucker. Start just talking to a motherfucker. Start there. Like, why are you trying to remove parts of bodies and fucking all sorts of crazy, like, what the hell?
So they thought that mental health issues or migraines were caused by a demon or evil spirit being trapped inside of a person's brain.
What?
So they invented trepanning, which basically involved drilling a hole into the human skull. This was then said to free the evil inside of them, causing them these issues. Scientists first discovered this procedure after analyzing cave paintings from the prehistoric people and saw that they may have done this procedure. After the procedure was complete, if the person was still...
What would you do if somebody was like, yeah, we got to drill holes into your skull and just leave exposed brain? Like, oh, man. That would have been a crazy time to live in, man.
They would actually keep the part of their skull as a good luck charm. We're now at our halfway mark.
We're just walking around with parts of your skull like, what's that? Oh, you know, parts of my skull. I wear it as a necklace, as a good luck charm or whatever. Oh, I keep it on my keys, make sure that, I can always identify that they're mine. Like, what kind of weird, bro, that's so crazy.
The shock treatments. Shock treatments were used to cure a number of problems, including impotence. Some doctors would cure this by filling a bathtub with electrodes and then having the person sit in it and zap them.
Just electrocuting motherfuckers. That's like,
currents running through this inside the man's urethra. It wouldn't cure them on the first go, though, so they would need to undergo this treatment multiple times. And each treatment lasted 5 to 8 minutes. Nice.
That's
Then
nuts.
by the late 1800s, electric belts were said to cure kidney pains, nerve issues, backaches, headaches, and fatigue. Moving on to number 4, we had the nosebleeds. You know how nosebleeds were cured back in the day? With a red-hot poker.
What?
That's right. But it's not...
Bro, no way. I don't deal with nosebleeds that often, but, some tissue, a little pressure, lift your head up. You know what I'm saying? Let it kind of dry out, blow your nose a couple times. Usually stops. You know what I'm saying? Wash your face. You wash your hands. You're straight. You're good to go. You know what I mean? You know what? Yeah, let me stick this hot molten metal rod in your... Bro.
They didn't shove it up the person's nose to cauterize the wound. What they would do was hold the red hot poker under the nose.
Oh, okay.
Or they would tell the person to steep a linen rag with vinegar, burn it, and then blow that up a person's nose, which would probably burn their nostrils like vinegar. Oh,
that would be terrible.
Another way that they would cure nosebleeds would be by getting blood removed from another part of the body. This was known as bloodletting. Around 200 CE, if someone had continual nosebleeds, then they would have their elbow bled. In our third spot, we have these...
What would that do? Yeah, let me bleed my elbows, because I'm having too bad of, nosebleeds and whatnot. So, I got to get my elbow bled. Every 2 weeks after that, I get my kneecap bled. You know what I'm saying? Every third Wednesday after that one, we go and get the wrist bled. Like, what are you talking about? That is nuts.
Bible cyst was the name given to cysts that developed on one's hand or wrists. It was given the name Bible cyst because one way that they would cure it was by whacking a Bible over it to pop it.
Oh, that would hurt.
Big and heavy. Another way that they would try to get rid of these cysts
were
by touching it with a dead man's hand, or by taking a bullet that they killed an animal with and then strapping it to the person's wrist. Don't ask me why they thought it would heal the cyst.
Yeah, they're removing the spirits again, apparently. I don't know.
Did you know that back in the day, asthma was thought to be cured by cigarettes?
What? Yeah. That's some of that old, cigarette propaganda shit that the fucking cigarette companies sold to the people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, smoke more cigarettes and it's going to cure your breathing problems.
Meanwhile, cigarettes and smoking damages your lungs and can cause asthma. And the cigarettes used in the late 19th and early 20th centuries were made with a number of toxic ingredients like stramonium, belladonna, and of course, tobacco. And in our number one spot today, we have
found all
yellow
sorts of
soup,
shit in
and
cigarettes
you are
and
about
stuff.
to lose your appetite. I hope
what is
no
yellow
one is eating
soup
right now. So, back in the 4th century, a doctor thought it was a good idea to take dried stool from a healthy individual.
I don't think we want to listen to this. Like, what, like... She's about to say that they made like a tea. They steeped dry human shit in hot water and made a fucking tea out of it. That's what she's about to tell us, people. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Because that's fucking disgusting. Like, there's like, what, like...
Then give it to another person suffering from diarrhea or food poisoning.
Gross.
The person would then ingest the poop orally. By the 16th century, another Chinese doctor created yellow soup, which was a broth containing dried or fermented poop from a healthy person, and then it was given to someone suffering from the same symptoms. I can't even imagine what that is.
That's
and honestly,
so
I don't
gross,
even want to know.
bro.
I don't. Nowadays, stool transplantation or fecal microbiota transplantation is used, but not in the same way. This time, the stool is given by an enema or from inserting a tube into the person's stomach or small intestines. All right, guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these medical practices you thought was the one.
It doesn't even sound like, why would you even want somebody to put any poop in you in any facet? Like, whether you're taking it anally or straight through your stomach into, like, I guess there's probably, I mean, some sort of weird scientifical, you know, let me put good bacteria into your situation because you got a whole lot of bad bacteria. Like, I get it. Like, I'm sure there's some science, like, but gross. Especially the way that they were making it back in the day, where they were making soups and just eating people's feces and like, that's nasty, player. That's nasty. That's wrong, player. That's wrong. But anyways, y'all let me know. Yeah, that was gross. That was the worst one. There's no debate. The last one was the worst one. I don't care what anybody says. That was the worst one. That was disgusting. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.